It has been reported how much Premier League suitors have to pay to trigger Antoine Semenyo's release clause ahead of the January transfer window. Semenyo is a wanted man by a number of the division's big hitters, with the likes of Liverpool and Manchester United among those keen on the Bournemouth star. The Ghanaian was linked with a recent summer move away from the South Coast but penned a 5-year deal with the Cherries. However, Bournemouth expect Semenyo to leave the club in the new year as the Cherries reluctantly accept that they may be powerless to prevent the 25-year-old from leaving the club in the January transfer window. Semenyo has made a flying start to the season under Andoni Iraola, having scored 6 goals and provided an additional 3 assists for Bournemouth. The South Coast side are keen to retain their starman's services until the end of the season as they look to build upon a fine start to the campaign. Indeed, Bournemouth are currently 9th in the table following back-to-back defeats to Manchester City and Aston Villa but level on 18 points with Tottenham, Villa, Manchester United and Liverpool from 5th down to 8th. Semenyo has been central to that solid start to the campaign even if he has failed to directly contribute to a goal in his last 4 league outings, which includes a penalty miss in a 4-0 loss at Villa last weekend. Semenyo had his suitors over the summer, with Tottenham and Manchester United previously keen on the forward. However, both teams opted to pursue alternative targets, with Spurs signing Mohamed Kudus from West Ham, while United acquired Mateus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo from Wolves and Brentford, respectively. Spurs and United have again been linked with a move for Semenyo, while Liverpool have been credited with an interest in the Bournemouth star. A report this week suggested that Liverpool have sounded out a January move for Semenyo as they look to revive their stuttering title defence. Prior to Semenyo's decision to sign a new deal at the Vitality Stadium, Bournemouth had set a £70 million asking price on the forward in a bid to ward off interest. However, in penning a 5-year contract with Bournemouth, The Athletic writes that Semenyo now has a release clause of £65 million. However, the release clause must be activated by a set date in January in order to allow Bournemouth to acquire a replacement for Semenyo, but is available to any team. What's more, while the clause stands at £65 million in January, interested parties will be able to activate it at a lower price in the summer. Subscribe to EB Last News channel for more latest reports.